Hello, how's it going, buddy?
Hey buddy, everything's good. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure, you can. Why not?
If you had to make a time capsule, how would you do it? And what kind of items would you put in it?
Well, my opinion, I will put it in my iPhone box because my cell phone is the item that I use every day. I don't know how the new iPhone will be in 10 years.
That's a good point. Okay.
Well, I consider that I want to know what everyday items have changed with the pass of the time. Those will be like my glasses, because without them I cannot see anything. Also my coins. It will be interesting if you compare the current ones with the other ones, or to see the difference between the value and materials of them. It will be also my keys, my wallet, my watch. Here I have photos, so it could be more interesting. My headphones, and of course my ID for my university.
Oh, good idea, buddy. Thank you for your time.
Sure, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Now, one of the things I will put in a time capsule to be opened in, let's say 30 years from now, will be an old-fashioned handwritten letter with an envelope and a stamp on it. It's not really hard to think what the future messaging ways will be in 30 years' time. You just need to look around technology and you will see what I am referred to. Having said that, in 30 years, people may get surprised by the way really all things used to be done around here. How we wrote and talked about our fields and ideas on a sheet of paper without the necessity of surfing the net or software. That will be shocking, I think. Photographs, the way they used to be taken, will be another thing I will put in our time capsule. Nowadays, we can still look at photographs, we can still feel them physically. Time will come when this will be just a memory. You will be available to look at your shots, alright, but they won't be developed the way they are today. We don't even know if we will have trees anymore, so as nature becomes more and more endangered, perhaps we won't have the opportunity to look at our own memories the way we do now. It is clear to me that our ways are changing. This digital world is changing rapidly, and we cannot do anything about it. The question is, are we really walking towards a new era? An era of well-being and peace for humankind, or are we just obeying our own selfish necessities? This present generation will pass us all our thoughts and footprints. Only time will say if we really needed all these changes.
About current world-changing news event, it is important that all people know your past to access its present and future contact. Therefore, discuss some of the social, technological, and political phenomena which mark our history at this time. One of them is the terrorist attacks on the Twin Towers in New York, Madrid, and London, with its repercussion within international politics and human rights. The telecommunication revolution has resulted in the emergence of email, social networks, blogs, and websites which can be accessed from a smartphone. Endless advantages and disadvantages about the use of the information and their system have seen the light at this time. Finally, globalization has transformed societies, who at this time are more diverse, multicultural, and multi-ethnic. This has influenced greatly the family models that constitute our society in general.
Entertainment news. Hello people from the future. We want to let you know in this part how the entertainment was in our time. Maybe this will make you laugh, you will find it interesting, or maybe you will think that we were very weird. In our days, sports were most played with a ball, and athletes had to use their legs and their feet to run along a court. The most popular and played sports were soccer, basketball, and baseball maybe. But there were more or less 65 different sports played all around the world. We all think that when you be able to see these, sports will be played with machines, or maybe you will be able to fly to do them. Through the television and the internet, we could know everything about other persons or things that happened in the world. For example, we all knew when a new song or a new movie appeared and it was good. Talking about fashion, there are many ways to dress in these days. For example, many young people are using loose clothes. Many other prefer the elegant clothes, but we think that the normal clothes are just jeans and a relaxed t-shirt. Hats are a very common thing in these days. Where we live, people wear normal clothes, so you can be relaxed about us. There are many people, especially the famous ones, that use wear dresses or wear tweets in public events.
To conclude, we can see that the world is constantly changing, and that's the reason to do a time capsule that contains all intentions and thoughts from people that like to collaborate with. Society is increasingly flooded by technology, and think about saving an object is as important as into antiquity save a stone used to start a fire. This had no element of surprise that all people will expect in the future. The idea of showing something in the future and include the element of surprise could be funny in the ideas and thoughts from people of the same society and time. The opening of a time capsule in the future and learn more about how people live in the past could be possible. We can know people feel into different aspects in their life and find out what they talk about in a specific past situation. Can you imagine if we could know the atomic bomb victims talked before the destruction occurred? Or know the feeling of the Jewish population at the time that Hitler began to isolating them or keeping limited? We think these have a greater contribution to society, seen for the eyes of people in the past events before and after critical situations in the world. The idea of a time capsule in which citizens will answer several questions is specifically designed to show the reality of today's society, as well as blank space to write anything they want to share, lessons, life tips, how to overcome some difficulties in order to bring personal growth. That's the reason we invite you to spread the idea of time capsule full of thoughts and tips inside.